Fantastic. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tina Hewerman, and I am bringing you this week's edition of the Detox Divas with my special guest, Veronica, my cohort every other week as we dive into the essential oils from Sauna. And as I said, my name is Tina Hewerman. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, hostess and founder of the Detox Divas, mindset coach, wellness advocate, best-selling author, motivational speaker. And by October 18th, I will have possession of my new land and we can continue with the building process. So thank you all for your good vibes, wishes, and prayers on that. I appreciate you, and so does my husband. We meet every Thursday right here on coffeetalkwithtina.com at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. My guest tonight that I'm going to introduce now, but she'll come on camera here in just a second, is Veronica Easterling Thomas. And for those of you that have been on the calls with her before, you know her passion when it comes to essential oils and how much she loves to talk about them, especially the anti-hair shaming efforts for colored people. And it's so amazing to have somebody by my side doing these calls. It's got such an amazing, compassionate heart. She transforms the lives of private and corporate clients through consultations and educational programs. She's a writer, poet, blogger, speaker, and author herself. She's a 20-year fibromyalgia advocate and 10-year support group leader, developed self-care program for those suffering from chronic pain, and a champion for teen natural hair, promoting 100% natural hair care products. So we're going to be bringing you this class tonight, but I want to introduce you to Paula Scarcella and Ben Scarcella, who are our CEO and vice president of the company. Amazing leaders. Absolutely appreciate everything they do for us. Sauna's belief system is simple, and it's been demonstrated every day for the past 8 years to always be authentic, ethical, transparent, without favoritism, while respecting the invaluable partnership we have with our consultants, a volunteer workforce. With over 8 years of consistent growth, 200 plus products, and is past the 5-year mark where most companies fail. We basically want to build an extraordinary company, make it a positive difference with the health of people worldwide, with products we proudly stand behind, and a 100% no questions asked money back guarantee, which that is one of the things that I love, but has not hardly ever had to be used before. So we love the low return rate on these products. So Alexandria Brighton is the key component of this master trilogy at corporate with Ben and Paula. And Alexandria is a renowned master herbalist and aromatherapist with over 40 years of experience in the field of natural health, herbalism, and aromatherapy. She is the creator and formulator behind many of the top products at Heart and Body Naturals and Sauna. Alexandra also founded the Brighton Institute of Botanical Studies, where she educates others on the powers of essential oils, remedies, and plant-based remedies. She is known for her deep intuitive knowledge of plant-based healing. That's like cooking with the heart and not the mind. And she has formulated numerous essential oil blends and wellness products that are the backbone of our offerings. And her formulations are respected for their purity, effectiveness, and holistic approach worldwide. She continues to inspire so many people and is one of the reasons that we are all here tonight and so incredibly passionate about what we get to do and what we get to share with others. So before we go any farther, I do want to sidestep and kind of protect the company here a little bit and just say that whatever we're going to share tonight, these statements have not, the following slides and anything stated here tonight is for informational and educational purposes only and have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please contact your trusted holistic, I should have put that in parentheses, physician before use, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or if facing a serious or complicated illness. So I'm going to bring Veronica on here in a second, but I want to talk to you real quick about why I love this Success collection, the Seasons of Success essential oil collection. I am all about mindset. And if you know my journey, you know that I've had to put together a pretty strong mindset in order to overcome some of the things that I've had to overcome in my life. And I love to share that knowledge and the tools that worked for me, and then adding more tools to that to help other people overcome their limiting beliefs and what holds them back in life, because life is way too precious to be stuck behind some fear of what of you not reaching your goals. So the oil that we're going to talk about is the self-aware, which is the beginning of the fall equinox essential oil collection in the seasons of success. This is when you harvest the fruits of your labor and reflect on your progress. And as fall arrives, we naturally think of harvest time, cooler nights, shorter days, and the comforting aroma of pumpkin pies. Absolutely. This season is a time for reflection and the journey you've shared with your family, friends, and partners, loved ones. Having worked through the first 6 emotional blends, you've probably, if you've done the blends this far, you can start at any time. You can kick in with that, whatever month you enroll with Godasana. You don't have to purchase every month, but we highly encourage that because of the member rewards program. And so by doing this, each blend is crafted to align with the natural energy of its corresponding month. So September has a special uniqueness about it. Kids are going back to school. The leaves are starting to maybe change a little bit in your area. The nights are getting cooler, as I said a moment ago. And so this is a time where you, where we kind of reflect a little bit, overcome your limiting beliefs and negative emotions. And whether you start in the spring or any other time, these blends empower you to embrace the change. And so one of the things that Alexandria loves or put together for this collection is a daily intention that you will say as you are applying the oil to the inside of your wrist, 2 drops to the inside of your wrist. And there's a daily intention on the product information page. There will be a QR code that you can scan to pull that up. And your monthly focus is harness the unique energy of each blend that you experience with each of the oils that you use. And then it is by the end of 12 months with the seasons of success, you will have experienced enhanced happiness and success across all areas of life, family, health, finances, and relationships. So it's one of my favorite things. I love the intention behind it. I love the mindset development behind it. And I love that there is a monthly oil that you get. And now I'm going to bring on the amazing Veronica so she can kind of dive into what's coming in the oil of the month combo pack. This is a 4 oil combo pack that is available. And Veronica, I'm going to hush now and let you take over. Thank you so much for being with me on these calls. I just appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be with you guys. Like she said, I do love talking about the oils, and I get excited each month about the different packs, even though I've gotten them before, but still, it's almost like you're getting something new each time. Um, I love the oil of the month. This month, sweet basil. It is it's an oil that I use it, but I don't use it a lot because I have other favorites for certain things. Um, but first, I'm going to go through the slide and then I'm going to tell you probably some other ways in which I've personally used sweet basil. But this oil, it is similar to rosemary when it comes to focus and concentration. Because I used to keep this at my desk sometimes and would put a drop on a sticky note when I'm working and want to just stay focused. It is a very good oil for that. So if you're trying to create some type of focus blend, um, combining it with rosemary can really just enhance that. And so it can help you all throughout the day. You can inhale it. Like I said, if you're at work, you can put it on a sticky note and just put it on your computer or keyboard or somewhere where you can smell it and breathe it in. Because we don't have the luxury if you're in the office of a diffuser. And so that's a great way for you to be able to use that in your personal space. Um, it's also good for stress and nervous tension. Um, of course, anxiety, depression, all of those. I don't know. This is just sort of like it's similar to the versatility of tea tree oil because tea tree oil can be used for so many different things. And basil is one of those oils that can be used for multiple body systems. So, I mean, you're dealing with the central nervous system when it comes to stress and your nerves and anxiety, depression. Then it can also help your muscle skeletal system because it's a good pain relief oil. I've added it to several of my pain relief blends, and it works really good on just general aches and pain. It's a high analgesic effect. So, if you have those workout soreness, just different muscle aches, it's a excellent oil to add to a blend. Combining that with copaiba would be a nice combination there.
That's what I
You'll
was going to say with Copaiba.
uh-huh. This one is different, a little bit more, a little different from copaiba because it's anti-spasmodic. So sometimes if you get the muscle spasms or muscle cramps, this oil is a better choice than copaiba. Copaiba works really good for aches and pains because of the constituent in it, beta caryophyllene, which is similar to like the hemp or the black seed oil. The pain relief from it is sort of like in the same family. So you get the pain relief, and then if you have muscle spasms with it, then adding the basil would be a good combination. And so if you notice, it mentions menstrual cramps, rheumatism, gout, which is very hard to find an oil that will help with gout. I definitely get that question a lot. What can I do? And the only thing the doctors will say, well, change your diet, make sure you don't eat offending foods. But once it happens, what do you do? Well, this is a really good oil to use for that. Also, it's good for the digestive system. So you see how this oil can help with multiple body systems
Mhm.
and also the respiratory system because it can help with asthma, bronchitis, colds, cough, and sinus infections. And those therapeutic properties that are listed there, I know Tina had asked me where could she get that Julia Lawless book, and I texted her some resources, and I think she grabbed it. But
Yep,
in
I do.
so in the back of that book, all of those definitions are there. So you can go and look up those different therapeutic properties, and you could actually probably find other ways in which basil can help the body system, the different body systems.
Wonderful.
So now that's what Go to Sauna says about how basil can help, but it really pays to play with the oils. That's why I always encourage people use them, play with them, just see what they do for you. And so one of the things that I really love using basil for is in my cleaning products.
Oh,
Yes. If you were to take basil and combine it with lemon or some other type of citrus oil and put it in some baking soda, you have a natural carpet fresh. So like if you use carpet fresh and you put it in and you vacuum it up, all of those are artificial fragrance in regular carpet fresh that you buy. But baking soda, and I love basil and lemon because basil has a scent that will permeate throughout the house. I mean, it's strong. The citrus, they're you can smell it, but it won't last as long. But the combination of basil and lemon makes it smell fresh and clean. And so once you once you combine it, you sprinkle it and you let it sit for a couple of hours and then vacuum, and then you got a nice fresh scent. Um, some people, now I haven't done this because they say you can really mess up your food, but some people have actually used basil in making Italian dishes. But it takes some skill to do that because one drop is 30 cups of whatever. So if you put too much in there, you can ruin the whole dish. But some people have actually have done that. If they were like, one person told me she made an Italian dish, she didn't want to go to the store to get basil, so she used basil essential oil, and it turned out fine for her. There are some like Mark Webb is um, a aromatherapist in Australia. He They call him the aroma science guy because he's really into the chemistry, because he's a chemist and formulator over there. But his hobby is cooking with essential oils. And so I think his Instagram page is Aroma Science Guy. I think that's what it is. But anyway, he posts different recipes of different dishes that he has added essential oils to. And so if that's something that you're interested in, this is definitely one of the oils that you can do that with. Basil also is a good, makes a good compress for tired eyes, bloodshot eyes.
Mm.
You know, if you're out on the computer all day, you have to do a lot of work on the computer. Your eyes are tired, and so you can just add it to some warm water, soak your towel in it, squeeze it out, and put a compress over your eyes. Um, it actually, I don't really get bloodshot. The only time I got bloodshot eyes is when I used some eye drops that I was allergic to, and it made my eyes red. But some people, with allergy season, their eyes get a little red. And so you don't put the essential oils in the eye itself, but I did read a study that showed that using that compress can help reduce redness um, in the eyes. Maybe because it maybe could maybe have an anti-inflammatory effect.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but yeah, I did read that in a study because I thought that I said, how, if you can't put it inside your eye, how does it work?
Yeah, I was thinking of like a frozen eye mask that's cloth
Mm.
material that's been soaked in a water that's got the basil in there and then freeze it. Oh, that would feel so good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, well, let's go to deep green, which I happen to just get in my monthly order today. I was telling everyone when I have open houses, I ran out of this because I would put a drop on the bath towels that were hanging in the shower and then put a couple drops in the shower. So when the people would walk into the bathroom for the open house, then it would just smell like they were outdoors.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I this one is one that I look forward to getting. I've seen it and just kept forgetting to order it. I absolutely love the forest blends of oils. And if anyone well, first let's go through the slide and then do like I did before, tell you the other ways. So these types of oils, these wood type oils, they do lower stress. Um, because it's part of the earth when you think about it. I mean, they're coming from trees, and it, our bodies are in sync with the universe. And so when you have something that the universe produces, then that's what's going to help get our body back into balance.
Mhm.
And so that's why wood oils are so healing to the body. I don't like to use that word because we're not supposed to say it's healing, but it can really help support your body to get back to a good state or a state prior to the disruptiveness. um, it also reduces anxiety. A lot of those wood type, forest type oils are good for pain if you would notice. Now,
Mhm.
basil is considered an herb, but then the there are other oils, of course. Most of these that's in deep green will come from trees. Is inhalation excellent oils to inhale, especially if you live in the city and you don't have a lot of green around you. That's your way of bringing the forest into your home, into your outside. If you're walking, we'll get into that in a sec. um, but that's what that's what a lot of people use those forest type oils for that. It can help improve your immune function, which we're definitely going to need that this winter because of all of the viruses they're saying that is going to be floating around. I saw a new one. Uh, they only have a few cases in the United States, but most of it is coming out of Cuba. So maybe the Florida area might get hit with this particularly new virus. And it almost has the same symptoms as the other viruses or the flu type viruses. So we're going to be fighting a lot this winter. And so this would be a great oil to diffuse in the house,
Okay,
to kind of keep everybody's immune system a little stronger.
it's good to know.
Yeah. Studies reveal that higher levels of volatile aromatic compounds in the air lead to increased production of anti cancer proteins, elevated levels of natural killer cells, NK, the frontline immune defenders. So, health benefits: adults with higher NK activity experience fewer colds. I'm seeing a little thing pop up here. It blocked me. Fewer colds and flu. And deep green is a blend that reconnects you with nature, reducing stress and promoting inner balance. Um, I had the experience of attending a conference with someone that invented, I will say invented, or she founded this technique called aroma wandling.
Okay.
Um, I forgot what country she's from. I meant to look that up. I just been so busy I didn't have time. But that is a term that they use in that country. But here in the United States, it will be called aroma walk. And what it is, it's a form of forest bathing using essential oils as you are walking. And she takes people through these steps. If you're there locally with her, she goes on the walk with you. If she's doing it online, she um, virtually uh, takes you through the walk. And you have to choose three oils or one blend or two oils and a blend, however, of your choice that you feel like your body needs. And she will take you through a nature walk in your local area. So I happen to win one of those. So I'm going to do my walk in November when I go um, to Mississippi to visit family during the Thanksgiving week. And because I look forward to doing that. And I'm probably going to use deep green as one of my three choices to use. Um, I have done forest bathing before. And if anyone, because I know in the PIP it mentions that
Mm.
forest bathing.
Yeah.
Basically, what it is just going out into nature and connecting
Hmm.
with nature and allowing nature to calm you, to center you, to help get your, as we say, get your mind right. so that you can face the world. Um, if you have limited sources or resources, if you live like in the city, if you have grass in your front yard or backyard, try walking barefoot after it rains or while it's raining. And I'm telling you, it will change your life.
Uh-huh.
I went, I was on vacation, and sometimes when I travel, my fibromyalgia flares up. So we always try to pick a place where we can go to my parents' house out in the country and just decompress after the vacation. And so I was just in so much pain, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try this here forest bathing type thing since I'm out here in the country. So it had rained that day. It was still sprinkling a little bit. So I just went outside walking in the grass barefoot. Just walked around the pond, sniffing the pine trees, just looking at the water going between my toes. And my mom thought I was crazy. But I tell you, I did not hurt the rest of the trip.
Hmm.
It just all the tension out of my body, and I was ready to enjoy the rest of the trip. And so
Yeah.
with this
Go ahead.
deep green, we can actually do that. You could do sort of like an aroma walk, even in the city, if you just have a patch of grass and just breathe that in as you're walking.
Hmm.
And that can be, very, I guess, enlightening for you.
Yep. That is, I told my husband I want an outdoor shower um, on land to enclosed, because I do have neighbors that live by me, but I want an outdoor, I want that, I want to have my plants growing all around it. And yeah, I'm just going to be a hippie, guys. I'm just going to be a hippie when I get out there, raising my herb gardens and my chickens and showering outside. So lavender ice for kids. I love lavender ice for adults. And now let's hear about lavender ice for kids.
Yes, this is a great way to safely help your children with different pain. Lavender itself is good for children of all ages, even infants, but I wouldn't go maybe, like newborns, they really don't need lavender. Um, uh, but most of the time you can kind of like make a little spray and a monster spray or a pillow spray for a toddler and it won't harm them at all. And so, but this particular case, it does have peppermint oil in our lavender ice. So not all children uh, can use peppermint. And usually, kids that are they like for you to be past 3 to 5 years old
Mhm.
before you can use peppermint on small children.
Yeah,
So
this did say, I can't remember the safety group number off the top of my head, but it did say children 3 and up on this one.
yeah, yeah, only because of the peppermint oil. But if you do happen to have, you know, a reason to use lavender for someone under 3, then lavender would be fine for someone under 3. Maybe even better, our lavender chamomile combo would
Okay.
be good for children under 3 because chamomile is actually can actually be used by infants. So that's why that one would be a good combo.
Okay,
But
good.
yes, I do love the fact that there is some pain relief that's natural for children, that you don't have to use Tylenol and even liquid ibuprofen. That can actually, that would be considered a NSAID, and that can actually aggravate digestive issues in children, um, particularly GERD, because some babies have, my son was born with it, and the ibuprofen that automatically, if you give them um, ibuprofen and they vomit, immediately, then they could be having some reflux issues because NSAIDs can cause that.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually would stick, if I have to use a NSAID on a child, it will be like if they had a high fever and I had to get it down quick before I could get them to the doctor. That would be my only reason. But other than that, you know, please stay away from them. They're going to be using ibuprofen enough when they get adults. We don't want to ruin their stomachs before they get there. And that's
Absolutely.
one thing that can happen. And so, with as far as the aspirin, if you notice, they don't have children's aspirin on the market anymore, and that's because of the link to rise syndrome. Um, it's a uh, serious condition that could actually cause death in children that take aspirin. They used to put aspirin in Pepto Bismol, and so they took it out because of that reason. Um, because children had the risk, who were at risk of developing Reye syndrome, um, had done so because of the aspirin that was just in Pepto Bismol for an upset stomach. So um, that's one reason. Another reason is the fact that um, different aspirins are considered blood thinners too.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really want your kids on something that's going to thin your blood. Usually, in fact, there's been a recent study that showed that people who whose doctors, if they had some type of heart condition or something, and they put them on an aspirin regimen a day, they're actually backtracking on that research, and they're saying that that's not necessary, and they're encouraging doctors to refrain from doing that, even in adults. So yeah, lavender ice, a, a much better alternative to what's out there for pain. Of course, you don't want to, with children especially, because they're not able to verbally communicate what they're feeling. They will play through pain. You know, you have this feverish kid and they're still trying to roll a truck on the floor. You know they're sick, but they're still gonna act like they're not. So, you know, we don't want to take any chances. When you have to go to the doctor, you just have to go to the doctor. And that's one thing that as practitioners, we make sure that our clients don't think that, you know, the essential oils is going to help everything, and people not take their kids to the doctor, because when it comes to pain is a signal that something is going on. So you don't want to just mask it and ignore it, but you do want to find out where it's coming from, why they're having it, especially with children.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so headaches, it could probably help, it can relieve headaches. But let me tell you, kids, especially kids that grow fast, boys particularly, they have those growing pains, those
Mm-hmm.
knees, and they're always talking about how they hurt, because when they go through those little growth spurts, this will be the perfect solution for that, because it's in a roller bottle. You just roll it over their knees, rub it in, and it can relieve that pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Great for little soccer players and baseball players and football players too, for those post practice. Yeah, I had a kid in my daycare that had growth spurts, and he was a very robust child, very round, but every child that went through my daycare that was that way, they hit a certain age and then they took all of that extra that they had in their midsection and it just catapulted them. He's like 6'2" now, but he grew so fast. It's so quickly that he had horrendous growing pains. I wish I would have had that then. So now comes my favorite part, the self-aware.
Yeah. I actually, let me see if I got my little notepad over here so I can look at those blends. I love the combination of blends in this particular season of success blend, because let's see. Yes, they had basil, lemon, rosemary, peppermint, rose geranium, and rose. So, hey, I would use that in my carpet fresh.
Uh-huh.
And I love the fact that now I the product information sheet, it didn't say that it had a carrier in it. I didn't see grapeseed or coconut oil. So this here is a pure blend, of concentrated essential oil. So um, you can make up your own blends, make up your own body oil using our castor seed oil or our grapeseed oil.
Hmm.
Make your own body oil, or you can, of course, diffuse it. I would use this. This will be a good combination for um, my little cleaning stuff I like to do. I like to have the house smell good.
Uh-huh.
um, it would actually be a good oil to help with your mind and focus, because I'm seeing about four oils in here that can help with focus and stimulate your thinking. That would be the basil, the lemon, rosemary, and peppermint. Um, I know some people have been experiencing long haul COVID
Hmm.
and they lose their sense of smell and taste. Peppermint oil is a study has shown that it can help bring back your senses a little faster. And then they say to there was one colleague of mine that did those. She did sniff workshops with people who had experienced that.
Yeah.
Rosemary, peppermint, and rose geranium were three of the oils that she would use. She would have them rotate, sniffing all of those oils for a couple of weeks, and most of the time they'll get their senses back in a week or so. And
Wow.
so now we have all of those in this one blend. So I would be curious to know if that actually would help someone who has experienced that.
I have a couple people that are on the team that have lost their taste and smell. I'm going to suggest that she get this and just give us some feedback on it. Smell it a
Yeah.
couple times a day. And I've also thought too with these seasons, I have great ideas. Sometimes I run out of time to execute them. But there's so many recipes out there on making your own shampoo with the Castile soap. And what if you got so good at like measurements that you could make a bottle of shampoo every time your new seasons of success came in, and then
Mm-hmm.
you've got that in that shampoo that you're using on your hair, and just having that monthly seasons of success shampoo that's used.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You could probably do your a whole kit there, because you could always use shea butter or coconut oil,
Mm-hmm.
the fractionated coconut, not fractionated, the solid. I think they call it 76 degree, the one that's solid, that it'll melt if it's in heat, but then it'll turn back solid.
Uh-huh.
Um, those are two excellent ways to make you like your own perfume or kit. Because some, like we have our main glow, which is more of a hair serum. So it doesn't really moisturize the hair with people who have froze or locks or so forth. And so using coconut oil and maybe adding this would be an excellent blend to add to that, because I could see basil helping the hair and the scalp. Of course, rose geranium definitely does it. Um, Then you got rosemary that stimulates the scalp. So you could just make your own what we call hair grease
Mhm.
using coconut butter and this self-aware blend and have your hair smelling really great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
Abs-
I personally, because my hair is thinner than most, I don't like using shea butter, but some people have thicker hair, so some people do use shea butter to moisturize their hair. But I think this blend will hold, shea butter will hold this blend very well.
Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, somebody says I'm adding it to my hair oil. Miriam did. Let's see. Let me get to the next screen. What do we have next? All right. So thank you, Veronica, so much. We love to hear you talk. And like I'm hanging on every word when you're talking about these oils. But the seasons of success, if you've not taken part in this journey of empowerment and emotional healing and self confidence, give yourself the gift of wellness and beauty with our artisanal oils every month. Stay grounded and empowered with September's self aware. And so and do that nature bathing with the deep green. So this month's Try Me program, Heart and Body Naturals, is our sister company, and it had more health and wellness focused. For those of you that are new to the call tonight, Colon Support is our free Try Me product that we are giving away for free this month. Colon Support is an excellent organic herbal extract formulated to reduce inflammation and promote healthy digestion with and provide effective yet gentle regularity without unpleasant after effects. So all you have to do is place your order. You don't have to do an auto ship if you don't want. We do encourage that, and I forgot to put that slide in here this time, but because of the member rewards program, if you're a guest here, reach out to whoever invited you and ask for information on that before placing your order, because that can really pay you back, even if you just have a small order every month. But you're going to get that free with that 100 CB order. And Beetroot Max, let me tell you what, this is our brand new product at Heart and Body Naturals. Haven't had a chance to cover it on a Diva call yet. Looking forward to that. But Beetroot Max is a vitality shot that you can take every single day. It is going to be absolutely amazing for your blood vessels, for your heart, for your cardiovascular system, for your pre-workouts. It is just an amazing product that I think is going to have to be everybody's number one and two, because Fulvic should be your number one. On Wednesdays, if you want to learn a little bit more, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central, there is the Health Queens with the weekly buzz. They're going to talk you through some product education, but yes, heart health. Thank you, Marcus. They're going to talk you through some product education, but the beauty of their call is the testimonies that get to happen that come out with people sharing how they've used the products and how they've helped. And then if sharing these products with others is something that is interesting to you, Coach Marcus, who is on the call tonight, always grateful for your time, sir. He is going to be hosting a hangout, one team, one dream hangout.com at the top of the hour. So in about 15 minutes, and he's going to teach us how to earn money online by sharing these products with those that we help. If you help enough people, you'll get everything you need. Next week, we are going to have Eve and Samantha on the call, The Mouth Matters, Unlocking the Secrets to Oral Health. And Samantha and Eve are going to co-host next week with me. And I cannot wait to hear what they have to say. We haven't done a dental call and oral health call in quite a while, so I'm super looking forward to that. Fall in love with yourself and go to sauna. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you all and look forward to your feedback on the products that you use. And with that, I will end the meeting. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye, and thank you, Veronica.